Alright, me old muckers, it's your boy Reese, the crafting cockney, and this is Middy's Models and Mayhem. And what have I got for you today? Well, I've got some minis. It's another Spotlight review, so let's crack on. You see before you, Strontium Dog, the good, the bad, and the mutie. It's a box game, a miniatures game, from Warlord Games. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we've got inside. Alrighty, box comes off, here we go. What hits you in the face? Okay, what we got here then? We have got a full rule book, fairly chunky. I think we're looking at, how many pages we're looking at here? Let's have a look. 112 page book, a rule book there, full colour. Very nice, very nice. We have got some token sprues. I shall explain these as we go through. Of course, it wouldn't be a miniatures game without a bag of dice. And here is that bag of dice. We've got some metal minis, which is quite unique nowadays. Some metal minis. Another mini there. Electro Nux, not sure why he's in there. Perhaps he was a limited edition figure that I've got in my box set, you never know. Booklet scenarios. Again, full colour. Looking sweet. What else? We've got card decks. These are for use in the game. We'll have a talk about them later on. Character cards. Bases for your figures. And this was all beautifully plaqued by, who we got there? Mirella. So Mirella, thank you for that. And also, last thing, oosh. We've got a lovely bit of MDF scenery here. So have a look at that. Looks like some kind of wasteland shack, possibly a desert wasteland, an ash wasteland, perchance. Alrighty, let's look at some of these bits and bobs close up then. So, what are these then? So these are tokens. Now, if you've played Judge Dredd, the other game from Warlord Games, you'll know what these all are. And if you played some other games from Warlord Games, like Bolt Action, has a very similar mechanic in the fact that it's not I go, you go. What it is every character is represented by one of these little chips. And these chips go into a bag, and you draw them at random each turn, and whoever's chip comes out, that player can then choose one of their characters to go. So, with the two colours, that means you've got two players. So, two players with these ones. Now, if you've got the Dread game as well, you've got two other colours. You've got gold and blue, which then means you can do a four-player game, because you've got 4 times the chips, or four colours, and also the new Slain game that's comes out has also got 2 colours as well. So you can actually do 6-player games with the random activation as well. Other tokens on here are wound markers, pinning markers, stun markers, overwatch markers, and run markers. So there we go. So loads of markers. That's all good. Again, we've got a nice bit of scenery. Now, on the back, I believe, is a good picture of it. There you go. So that's what your scenery is. It's a couple of like little solar panels, a little generator. That looks like some kind of like a windmill, a little shack, and some kind of like lookout tower there. And these are the figures. These are the figures you get on there. So essentially, the game is a skirmish game, and it's set in like a wasteland. And you are Johnny Alpha or Wolf Sternhammer, and you are going after the muties. So you've got Brute Mosley, Lowdown Ophi, Johnny Alpha, the Gronk, and Wolf Sternhammer as one side, and then you got Impetigo Jones, Max Bubba, and Skull. And we've got the figures here. Let's have a quick look at the old figures. So again, as previously stated, these are actually pewter minis. So there's Johnny Alpha. That's one of the muties. I think that might be... Which one? I can't remember that one. That's one of the muties. Another one there. Can you see that? Focus. There you go. So yeah, all cool. So yeah, nice metal minis you get in there. Dice. Fairly straightforward. You've got some D6s, and you've got some of the special D6s. And what I'll do, I'll quickly explain what these are. So, if I get a character card, what do I do with them? Here we go. So, there's the character cards. So if you look at the character cards, movement, shooting, fisticuffs, evade, and skill. And I can't remember what that one is, but we can look at the rule book. All these numbers, apart from the movement one, that's in inches, so that's 6 inches. All these numbers relate to how many dice you actually roll. So that's the mechanic. It's all based on the dice and the number of dice you roll. And modifiers are modifiers to dice roll, not the modifiers to the dice roll, but modifiers. So if you've got say you've got a pistol and it's +2 at short range, you're getting +2 dice. So your shot would be the skull would be. You'd roll 2 dice to shoot, and if it was at close range with a pistol that gave you 2, then you'd get an extra 2. Minuses, take away. So it's all done on the dice. It's really simple. Bangs or explosions are damage causing. Shields are defensive. And then anything special like a psychic or, a skill check is all done on the 2000 AD. And it basically tells you what you need to get on those dice. So that's the dice. As mentioned, full colour rulebook. 102 pages, which is pretty good. There you go. Now, what you will see is you'll see some nice artwork with people on little scooters and various other things. Yes, there are rules in there here for mounts, which is really good. So you've got mounted models. What can we get? What can we mount? We could have morks, monobikes or ground bikes, and hover and skimmer bikes. We've got speedsters, grav cars, wagons, shuttles, tanks. So all types of vehicle in there, not just the vehicles you get in the box set, which actually you don't get any. Anyway, so that's the rule book, which is all groovy. You then get these cards here. You've got chicanery and armory cards. These are dealt out per scenario. I think you get 3 of each at each game you play, and certain scenarios will allow you to take more or less. So, armory cards are exactly what they are. They are usually bits of equipment that you can use once per game, or it might be a rule. You can use them multiple times. Again, you'd need to roll your dice and get like one of the special symbols to see if you can keep it. That's usually for different types of ammo. What we've got here, so we've got the anti-grav shoot here. You can change elevations while moving for free. So eventually you've got like, it's not like a jump pack, it's more like a sort of levitation device that allows you to jump up and down. And you can use it when you move or sprint in the game. So that's pretty good. So you can jump between levels. So there we go. Chicanery cards are what they sound like. These are little modifiers you can play in the game should you wish. And these are like little game effects. So you get 2 decks of them. Pretty good stuff. Moving on, you got your little scenario booklet here. It's all good. Again, nice colour shots of all the figures you get in here, which is not bad. And then you got the good, the bad, and the mutie scenarios. So that's pretty good. And then you've got an extra scenario, Hell World, as well. So they've all got different mission objectives and outcomes. So, and that's the scenario booklet. Or SWAT. Now, one thing I do like about Strontium Dog, and this is something I want. This is what kind of the thing I want you to consider this box set. Now, you're probably thinking Strontium Dog. What's that? Never heard of it. Which is a fair thing because he's a character from a very niche British comic called 2000 AD. Fine, fair enough. You might not know what I'm talking about. I urge you to consider this as kind of like a miniatures agnostic game. You can get this and, the figures are lovely, but don't use the figures. You can use any figures you like. They're 28mm scale. You can use any figures you like. And what I do, and I know you got the cards here for these figures, but do not stress. This game has got a little ace up its sleeve. That ace up its sleeve, if I can find the page, is... Let's have a look. These are just characters that are actually in the game and characters you can buy. Actually, there is a full range of figures for this game. You can also play it with the Judge Dredd figures as well, which is quite. You can mix up the 2 rule sets. They're fully compatible. But this is what I think is the raison d'etre of this game. Creating your own characters. So it has got full sets of character creation. So you can get minor characters with their base profiles. You've got main characters. You can modify the profile. You can select skills and mutations. You can equip them. And then that gives you what the notoriety is. Notoriety is like it's got like a points value. That's what the notoriety is. So you set a limit. So you say to someone, let's play a notoriety of 20, and you make up your gang / warband up to that notoriety. And you can get all different types of mutation. Some of them are just mutations for the sake of it, and some of them will affect you in game. So you got arm, leg, and head mutations. And as I said earlier, you can equip people with mounts as well. So you got trucks, wagons, shuttlecraft, and they've also got their own points and notoriety, which is all cool. So this is what I think is the main selling feature for this game. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but it is 56 quid. You can't say fairer than that. 56 quid for a full rulebook, the tokens you need to play it, the dice you need to play it, a pretty nifty piece of scenery from Sarissa, which you can't say fairer than that. Nice bit of MDF scenery from Sarissa. And yeah, all right, you get 8 figures, and you might not want to use those figures, but that's fine. You're getting a very, very good little skirmish game here for 56 quid. And I don't think you can go far wrong with that. Whew. Anyway, Strontium Dog. Now, if you like to look at this, you can click on my affiliate link. Here it is here, but I'll put it in the description below. No extra cost to you, but I get a little bit of a kickback from Warlord Games when you buy something from their website. You might not get Strontium Dog. Doesn't matter what you get from them. As long as you use my affiliate link to get to that website, it's all good and good. Totally free way for you to support the channel. Of course, there are all the normal ways you can support the channel. You can like, you can subscribe, and you can ring my ding to make sure you get told when I do a new video. And I know they haven't been fast and furious at the moment. I've had some technical issues, but there is quite a decent series coming up, and it will be a build video. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting. I urge you to run out, get yourself a copy of Strontium Dog, get it while it's hot. It's lovely. As I say, it's a great little game. I think it's a very similar game to Judge Dredd and Slain that's also out now. But with the gang creation rules and the character creation rules, I think this is the one to go for if you're so inclined. Anyway, enough from me. You guys take care. Carry on painting, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.